Hi! Welcome back to my channel! Today, we'll be discussing My Demon Crybaby Maria by Yukihiko Sano. But before we get started, there will be spoilers, so if you don't want to be spoiled this manga, go ahead and click off now. No worries, I'll catch you next time. For those of you left behind, let's go over some content warnings. There may be references to depression, suicidal ideation, implied stalking, obsession, death, dubcon and or non-con, impersonation, chronic illness, contractual relationships, attempted murder, and BDSM, as these things do appear in the manga. But if that's all good with you, let's go and get started. Satoru is in mourning. His unrequited love, June Maria, has passed away before Satoru ever got the chance to talk to him, much less confess to him. In the throes of sorrow, Satoru crumples up and marks all over the love letter he had intended to give to June someday before throwing it aside. Then he lies there, expressing his want to die. Out of nowhere, a voice calls out to him, offering to take his life. It's a fluffy little black smoke cloud, claiming to be a demon, having been summoned from Satoru's inadvertent scribbling of a summoning circle. Satoru is surprised, of course, but intrigued, as the demon offers him a wish in exchange for his lifespan, which the demon will steadily feed on for the remainder of Satoru's life. Satoru can only think of one wish, to see June. The demon takes this opportunity to lure Satoru even further, suddenly shifting into June's exact likeness. Satoru is shocked but is more than happy to make this deal so he can be with June. Similarly, the demon is delighted to make such an easy deal. What the innocent demon doesn't realize is that Satoru has some depraved plans for the demonic look-alike, and he has every intention of acting on them until his dying breath. To start out with, the art in this is cute. I wouldn't say it's the cleanest style around, and it isn't always consistent, but some of the designs and expressions, particularly of our demon Maria, are top tier. Maria is supposed to look identical to June, but oddly enough, he seems even more attractive than his counterpart. I'm glad he took on a different version of June, helping to distinguish the two and highlighting their differing personalities. Physically, Maria is the best looking character and is my personal favorite in the cast of this short series. And thankfully, I'm not the only one madly in love with Maria. Satoru is physically attracted to him, of course, but Maria also draws the attention of June and the Grim Reaper, creating a little harem for himself, which I love. The only person we see him with is Satoru, but June and Grim both shoot their shots, which is great. This little harem situation also sets up the moment Satoru realizes his attraction to Maria isn't limited to the physical, but the emotional as well, which is always a nice realization and transition. I also appreciated the solution of getting rid of the Grim Reaper and spawning a spin-off that I'll be reviewing soon, which was his meeting June. Since June and Maria are identical, he willingly took June over Maria. It was a neat and tidy way of getting rid of the harem so Maria and Satoru could be together. On the topic of June, I really like that June is attracted to himself. It's not explicitly stated whether or not he is autosexual, but I like that he seems to embody that. Plus, the scene of him masturbating on a mirror is something else. It's something I don't see very often, at least not in the literal sense, and I really want to find more series with autosexual individuals. I especially like it in this case as June shifts from Satoru's main love interest to a rival. June seeks out a relationship with Maria, the closest person to himself. It's just an enjoyable relationship dynamic shift and creates a lot of interesting tension. While June isn't my favorite character, he adds a lot of interesting elements to the story. I enjoyed most of the series, but one thing that wasn't to my taste, that actually usually is our top Satoru. He comes off as extremely creepy, though I think it's intentional for both the comedy and the story. Red is one of my favorite colors, and I'm all for a red flag top, but there is just something about Satoru that goes beyond a red flag top for me. I would say it's his obsession and stalking of June that leads him to assault Maria, but I've read plenty of titles with obsessive and stalker tops that didn't give me the same feeling. I guess it's because he's meant to be comedic in his stalkerisms? I'm not sure. But Satoru is towards the bottom of the pile when it comes to the tops I've read. He's not unattractive, mind you, but something about his characterization just isn't my favorite. With all that being said, regardless of how I feel about Satoru, I really like this. It's goofy, smutty, weird, and wacky, which all leads to a good time overall. Maria is the best, and I think this is worth reading for him alone, though the mirror masturbation panel is a pretty good reason too. Don't come in expecting anything serious or wholesome and you'll have a really good time. Then, you can enjoy the spinoff right after. So, have you read My Demon Crybaby Maria? If so, what do you think? Do you agree with my assessment? Do you not? Let me know and comment below. Otherwise, I'll catch you next time. Bye!